Hi everyone, it's Jean from Inky Owl. So glad you could stop by today. I am going to be working inside this Wrench Christmas journal, but I just wanted to show how I put together a snippet roll, basically, and it's going to be for this particular one here. But I'll just show you, everybody has their methods, and they're all legitimate for sure, but this is how I'm doing it. I get a piece of muslin, um, or a cotton cloth, and it's about little over 2 inches, 2.5 inches wide, and whatever length my cloth happens to be. And then I cut out some either Wonder Under or Heat and Bond, whichever. It's a fabric iron-on glue is what it amounts to. And I cut that piece, and it's paper backed, and the glue side is, kind of rough. I cut a piece out that's probably about a 1/2 inch narrower than my fabric, and that way, I can maintain this shabby, uh, torn edge here. And I also won't be going over the fabric and getting glue in my iron and stuff. So I cut it about 1/2 inch shorter, or more narrow and shorter than my fabric. And then I'm going to take an iron, and there's directions every time you get this type of product. And just basically it's no steam, heat, in about 3 minutes will adhere the glue to the fabric. So let me step away and do that part. It has been ironed on, and then you're just gonna let it cool so you can touch it and peel back the paper layer, and then you can see how it's shiny there. You'll know that the glue has already adhered to the fabric. What we have here then is I have a bunch of lace, I have some fabrics that are kind of Christmas themed a little bit, and I just went through, just took my scissors and just snipped irregular shapes off of all of this stuff. And then I have a bunch of paper things, little paper pieces of ephemera here, a music sheet. I also, what I did was I rated last year's Christmas things that I had printed out, and so this is part of the collage sheet. Kind of get the sense of that. So I got this here, and I love these collage sheets. You can make a tag from them, or you can tear them into pieces and collage with them. So I've got one of these to tear up and to add as well. And it's just really, I'm just going to basically put down stuff. Just going to put down pieces. First of all, I think I'm going to put down some fabric here and there. Just little pieces here. That one's kind of wrinkly, isn't it? Let's put down one that isn't too wrinkly. Put that down here. So I just basically start building it up with random pieces of stuff, and then intersperse it probably with some lace, like that. There we go. I'm going to put a piece down here, maybe let it hang off a little bit. There we go. Yeah, just so it's not totally even. So just randomly put down these little pieces of stuff. And I think I'm going to start with my textiles and put them on the bottom. There we go. Just kind of put them in there. So I'm trying to leave some gaps between everything. There we go. Kind of do that there. There. And So lace is not hard to leave a gap because it's already pretty lacy. And so this has been a lot of fun working on this little mini journal. It should, I mean, it probably will be the last that I do. It's Christmas themed. I probably should have done it a lot earlier than I did, but sometimes that ain't the way it goes. Isn't that right? Okie dokie. So I kind of like that so far. Maybe put in a little bit more snippets of this here. Kind of put it in here. So I try to lay these down so that a little piece of this somewhere, like the whole thing doesn't have to be on glue, but like a piece of it somewhere is somewhere on the glue. Is kind of what I'm going for here. All right. Now I'm going to fill in with some of the ephemera, and so I'm putting the, well, here, let me put this down. I'm putting some of that paper ephemera, especially ones with some sort of a design or you know, an image on it. Kind of putting that down last, just so it can kind of be highlighted a little bit. I'll just put that down there. It's a candle, so cute. Let's see here, put on another piece of this. Yeah, can't really get it all on the camera at once, but okay, let's just. So I'm just, as I put it down, it's not critical, but I try to make sure that some of the item is in the glue a little bit. There we go. Down like that. Just catches a piece of it. Maybe we'll just turn this way, just so they're kind of like different angles. And this is so cute. Little on the big side. Well, maybe I'll get into here. This is kind of nifty here. Just a little piece. I'm kind of using this print. It's very close to that. I'm using that inside the journal there. All right. So I think that looks about right. So now what I'm going to do is iron this down as it looks. I am going to put this over, and the reason I put this over is because, you know, some of the glue is peeking up, especially through the laces or whatever, and this is just to keep the iron from getting messy. So let me go and iron this piece. Alrighty, I ironed it on, and most everything is attached. I mean, it wouldn't be like a permanent attachment for sure. So what I do now then is I sew over it. So by having it all laid down like this, I don't have to glue each individual piece. I can just lay them down, iron over it, and sew, and I'm finished. So that works for me really, really well. So, and like I say, when you lay down your pieces, just make sure that a little bit of it touches that fabric, that glued place where that fabric's been have had glue ironed on it. Spit that out, right? And also don't, avoid using cardstock. It doesn't adhere as well. So, I use paper in here. Like this is cardstock and it's a little, I'll have to probably hold on to that when I sew it. But, that's not so bad. So I'm going to go and give it a sew and be right back. Okay, when I sewed, my first line was down the middle. And I do a wavy line and just try to catch as many things as I can. And then I, go down each side. I don't even take my needle or take my material out from under there. Once I get down to this line, I just turn, sew a little bit, and then sew down here, and then turn, raise up the pressure, but keep the needle inside the fabric, and then sew this way, and then, I just make 3 or 4 passes, whatever it's going to take to make sure that everybody is at least caught once. So this is a really wide belly band. It might not be, it's wider probably than I normally make, but it's going to fit my project here. And you can just trim it down if you need to make it look a little bit more shabby and grungy looking. So there you be. Now, what I also like to do with belly bands is I like to make a center of attention somewhere where it's going to draw your attention to. So what I'll do is I'll build up a little snippet. Maybe I will be using like this here as kind of a good centerpiece. And let me see. I might just build it up with laces. I think that's kind of fun. So let me just build up the snippet with some of these lacy bits like this. Maybe another darker lacy bit. Okay, there we go. That's built up pretty nice there. I can always, then I have to determine, so once I get it into my page, so let's just pretend, let me grab, pretend a page here. So let's say that I'm going to be putting the belly band down here on this page like so. Then I'll want to put this centerpiece, and then I'm going to put something here. I don't know what, maybe a button, something of that nature. And then I'll want to put this, not necessarily in the middle of the band, but either a little up or a little down. Or if you're going to use the band this way, you can kind of put it to one side. And the size of this is going to depend on the size of everything else, but I am going to be using some bigger belly bands in here. So I decided to go ahead and put my belly band into the back cover where I want to put it. And I think it kind of looks nice here on one of those, one of Caroline's music pages. It has this little scene kind of over to the side. It makes it kind of look cute. And then I went ahead and I got a different medallion, crocheted medallion, and I backed it up with some burlap so that it does kind of stand out from the rest of the collage. And I got a little vintage button and put in some thread. And I will glue it down right there. And it's kind of in between the two little pieces there, and 2 pieces of ephemera. They both get to show. Okay, can't use too much of that fabric tack. It's like gold. Just like gold. Alrighty. So there is the little belly band. It looks so cute. And let's see if I can find a tag handy or something to slip in there. So this is the belly band with a little bit of something that will be slipped inside there, and it'll be really cute. So anywho, there is another part of this little grungy shabby chic Christmas journal. But thank you so much for tagging along with me, and please don't forget to subscribe. It would mean a lot to me. And also, I hope you come back. I hope you come back, and I will do a flip through of this journal, even though it, like I say, it's in my shop, but I will do a flip through, and you'll probably see that real soon. Take care. We'll talk to you later. Bye.